Okay, so for head and neck position, it's definitely easier to try this in lying. So if you lay down onto the floor, shoulder blades nice and flat, and you should be able to feel like your chin is just ever so slightly sinking down towards your throat. You're looking straight up to the ceiling. And if you feel that this is a strain, that you feel the shoulders are trying to lift, and you feel that there's a pull into the back of the neck, then you could use maybe a folded towel or a small cushion or maybe even a small book, and you can place it underneath your head so that you start to feel that that movement, that gentle sinking down of the chin is easier. And you might find even that if you're very tight, either in the upper back or in the back of the neck, that you need to add a little bit more height. Okay, so now my ears should be fairly in line with my shoulders. Ribs can rest on the floor, lower back can find that small arch, because if there's tightness in the neck, finding the correct position down the rest of the trunk can be really difficult. This is probably a little bit too high for me, but 1 block is probably just about right. And that means I'm starting off without any tension in my neck. And just make sure that it's free to turn the head from side to side, that you can tuck the chin down even more, finding that head nod position, but without the shoulders or the ribs having to lift to take it there. And then a nice exercise to work those deeper neck muscles. The muscles that in most of us have become very elongated and weak, which gives a lot of tension and strain into the back of the neck. So just work on tucking the chin, seeing how far you can take it without causing anything to change further down your trunk. And you should start to just feel that sensation deep in the throat. It's not always the most pleasant sensation, but it is a good exercise to practice. Just doing it as much as you feel comfortable with. And you can also start to work on lifting the weight of the head, trying to maintain the distance between the chin and the chest. So we're not pushing the chin onto the chest, you're just looking to take the weight off the head, and you start to feel much more tension into your throat. And lowering back down. And again, only doing enough that you feel is working those deep neck muscles and not those more superficial muscles running down the side of the neck, or finding that there's tension into the back of the neck, because that's definitely not where we want to be building the tension. Keeping in mind then, when we work on actually lifting the head and shoulders and arms off the floor, it's not all in the throat that this happens, okay? So you're going to tuck your chin, you're going to find that head nod position. And then imagining that you're holding a really juicy peach between your chin and your chest, and you're trying not to squash any of the juice out of that peach. So keeping that distance between the chin and the chest, as you lift up, the movement is actually coming from the lower ribs. So as you lift the head and shoulders up, it's the lower ribs sliding down the belly that's causing the head and shoulders to lift. The higher you can lift the head, the less weight and the less effort that's happening in the throat. So we are working to get that upper trunk flexion, and then you won't feel the same amount of tension into your neck. And as you lower down, keep in mind that you're still holding that juicy peach until the head is on the floor, onto the blanket, onto the block, and then you release the chin. So what we want to try and avoid is letting the head fall backwards, okay? Because that is going to be much more tiring, much more of a strain onto the neck than lowering down, using the tummy muscles to let you down, and then releasing the chin. Just another tip, when you're lifting the head and shoulders up, your lower back is trying to stay in that neutral position. So if you're resting the hands on the front of the pelvis, you're keeping that level triangle, so try not to tilt backwards as you lift the head and shoulders up. So when you start to lift the head and shoulders up, think about the tailbone pressing gently into the mat. If you feel the pelvis has tucked back, see if you can keep the head and shoulders lifted and tuck that tailbone back down again. And then see if you can keep it there as you lay the head and shoulders back down. The breathing also becomes really important in this exercise, because you want to keep your chin tucked. You're trying to shorten the tummy muscles at the front to lift the head and shoulders up. So these are in a really strong, shortened position. Now you don't take your breath into the front of the chest or into the belly here, because that's going to send the head backwards again. So what you want to do is find that lateral breath out to the sides of the ribs or into the back of the ribs. And if you're breathing into the back of the ribs, oftentimes you nearly feel that you're lifting a little bit higher for your breath. And then laying back down, head down, and releasing, looking back up to the ceiling. Okay, so that would be your head and neck placement in lying. When it comes to your hands and knees, this is trickier, alright? So you want to be on your hands and knees, you want that the position to be as if you're on the floor. So if I often cue the image of a tray being balanced, and I use the back of the head as part of that. So that if you had glasses of water, glasses of wine, cups of tea, whatever, that as you hold this position, you wouldn't be causing them to topple over and spill. So what I see a lot is that people's heads start to sink downwards, either the chin towards the floor, or looking down between the knees, and if anything was balanced on that tray now, everything would be toppling onto the floor. So you want to keep that level position, ears are in line with your shoulders, you're looking down between where your hands are, or where they would be, and if you visualize, it's like your throat or your face is reversing away from the floor, as opposed to your forehead or your chin. So that's when you're on your hands and knees. If you think about maybe balancing a book there, and trying to hold it there as you maybe move an arm at a time, or move a leg at a time, or even picking both knees off the floor. Try to keep that tray balanced.